All right, family, so this is part 3. You're gonna see us getting prepared, getting the tools that we're gonna need to take this down. And then you're gonna see us take it down, and it'll probably be another part of us putting it back up. Because I wanna show you guys how to do the measurements. I wanna show you how to actually mark your locations and all of that so you can drill, and then I wanna show you how to properly drill. So this particular video is just real quick. We're going to get our tools ready that we're gonna need to take this mount off the wall. All right? So we gonna lift this bad boy. You can see these wheels up there. So for now, it looks like that's all we need down there. So maybe we just drill it right here and use another thing. It's on there. And then we're gonna need this. Let's see. This goes on here. So we gonna pull that off of there. And then, got to drill a couple of holes here. So we take these down. So we take them off, and then we're gonna take the brackets off of the back of the TV. Then we'll put that back with this mount, because we'll probably use this mount somewhere else on another job or something. So we clean it up. That don't mean we ain't gonna use it. We're gonna use this mount. So here, let's take this back. We'll hold it over there. All right. Take this side off. Let me come over here. We got one bolt holding the whole thing on it. That's putting it on that side. It's a heavy mount. All right, take it on down. Just set it down on the floor. Push it down to the ground. All right. So as you can see, Red, this is our center mark right here. I may end up moving this down. Off here right now and move it down. Because we're going to be right over the top of that. Oh, yeah, right there. Actually, maybe about the bottom of it. Probably going to be at the bottom of it. So you're going to move that right there, huh? Yeah, I want this to be on top of the TV. Yeah, that's cool. It'll be all right. We're going to use these over again after we drill it. All right. So that was just taking the mount down. I'm getting ready to show you now. We're gonna take the brackets off the back of the TV right here, and we're gonna put the new brackets on. So, see if I can get in a little closer so you guys can see what we're doing. All right. All right, we're ready to get screwdriver. You got measurement tape on there? Yeah, we're gonna get that tape. What about the road? Yeah, let's just take this off for right now. So this hold it so it won't fall. Take this off. That's on the screen. Take these bad boys off. Probably gonna sit this over there where the other line is at. The other line is on that too. set it down on the floor right here. Just set it right on the floor. There we go. This new mount is gonna look better anyway.
Oh, yeah.
You put this over there. You take that down to the what's it called?
That one.
Yeah. Open that one up. Get some zip ties.
Everything up.
Alright, cool. I was just messing around saying if I can pull those anchors out the wall. Alright. A little bit of tilt on them. Alright, y'all, so when you put these bad boys on, the brackets that go on the back of the TV, depending on the manufacturer, you may be able to tighten up the tilt part of it with your hand, with a knob, or you may have to use some tools. What I like about this Walmart one is you can just twist it tight and it's really, really tight. Also, the brackets that help you to remove the TV have a little magnet that you can just stick right here like that. And so it can hide this wire. So I think that's pretty neat. Alright, so I'm gonna find the correct stuff that I want to use. I know those two were good. I think these right here are the ones I want to use. The other screws that was on here was too long, really. So we had to use spacers to try to make everything work. I don't want to have to do that. I want this to be neat. Nice and neat. Nice and neat. So they come with the wood lag screws, but of course, this is a concrete wall, so we won't be using any lag bolts on this wall. Or if we could have, if we would have drilled a big enough hole and used concrete anchors. But we're just gonna use regular concrete screws that hold about 80 pounds per screw. So good to go. So we won't be needing these. All right. So this is when you have a soundbar mount that you need to attach to the TV as you're putting the actual brackets for the tilt mount itself. You need to do that before you put the actual brackets on. since this was already done before, the part would be showing you how to hook this up and all that. We'll have to do that for another video. But you get this thing lined up. Get it lined up. Hold that up there, man. Just push that right there. Just push it right now. It ain't gonna go nowhere. You ain't gotta hold it. Push it right there. It ain't going nowhere. So what I wanna do is just take a measurement from each side to see how far I am. It's about 13 and a half. We need to come over this way. Just a little bit about right there. Don't worry about it. Hold on one second. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put one side in here first.
Yeah.
And then we'll worry about the other side. So what you wanna do is you wanna put a spacer to in between the bracket for the soundbar and because that's gonna help tighten the soundbar bracket down to the tilt mount bracket. Takes a little bit of finesse sometimes to get this exactly how you want it. But end result, it's beautiful. All right. Let's see it there. Let's go over some.
Thank you.
We just have to get that perfect. There we go. Once we get it, not where we want it, it'll slide on in there. There we go. Now, good to go. So we should be able to just tighten it down. Both sides. It's good there.
They do well in the same. I like to do it down. So I mentioned.
Nah, that's
Oh,
you might have to make sure move that up a little bit.
soundbar.
Make sure it's gonna tighten up down all the way without that move. Move a little bit. Be real careful, guys, when you have your TV on a surface. Make sure it's on something soft, but at the same time, make sure there's nothing pointy that can stick the television screen. You'll be buying somebody a TV, man. A little $100 or $200 job you're doing just went out the window. Real careful with that. Let's put one of these on the outside. Like that. We gotta make sure this bad boy holds it down good. I ain't worried about the level on it yet, man. We just worried about that. Sometimes you have to move up one because you can't get in the hole. Just take your time and make it happen. Move it down, there we go. I'm gonna move this down one hole. So when you count your holes for both sides, right now I'm in the third hole from the top. I'm not gonna tighten it all the way until I get this bottom one in and how I want it. All right, we got you there. Now I'm gonna see if I can, because my objective here is to tighten this down to where this bar doesn't slide up and down. And we just made it happen. See, it's adjustable on the And there's gonna be just a tad bit of space in between this anyway, because on the bottom of this the bottom of the Samsung TV, there's a little bitty notch for the remote control. We worry about wiring this up after we get all this stuff on here. I don't like having a lot of stuff in my way. Doing stuff. All right, so the blueprint for this particular setup was we used a screw, which I still got to tighten this side down. There we go. We used the screw on the top that went in like this in the third hole. And then on the bottom side, we have one little small spacer, and that's all that's on the top. On the bottom, we have the same screw, but on the top side, underneath the screw, we have a spacer. And then in between the TV bracket and the soundbar bracket, we have another spacer. Same size spacer. And that spacer allows to put pressure on the soundbar bracket so it doesn't move. So I'll show you. So we're going to the third hole. Because you gotta keep your distances the same from on each side. Otherwise, you put the TV up there, it'll be crooked. So you put that there, move that dude. Now, I'm just gonna give it a couple of turns so it don't come off. And then I'm putting my soundbar bracket here. And then I'm going to put my spacer right on top of that bracket. And I'm going to put my screw with my other spacer. And that's just to suck up all of the rest of the screw, actually. But at the same time, make this thing as tight as it can get. Then you do a test to see if you can move it. Can't move it, good to go. You just tighten these up. And that's gonna look awesome. It's gonna look absolutely awesome. All right, now I'll tighten this one up at the top up here. And we are good to go. Always make sure that your adjustment to your tilt is on the outside. So when you reach behind the TV, you can turn it. Because if this was on this side, they would both be on the inside and you wouldn't be able to reach them. All right, so that's it for that video. How to put the brackets on the back of the TV.